Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat Adonai. Welcome to the Sixth Exodus program. Thank you for listening. Today, this segment here is called Black People. Open your eyes and listen. I want you to start reading to you from the book of Leviticus, chapter 26. You shall not make idols for yourselves or to erect any image or pillars, and you shall not set up figures, stones, in your land to bow down to it, for I am the Lord your God. You shall keep my Sabbath and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If you walk in my statutes and observe my commandments and do them, then I will give you your rain in their season, and in the land shall yield its increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Their threshing shall last to the time of the grape harvest, and the grape harvest shall last to the time of the sowing. And ye shall eat your bread to be full and dwell in the land securely. I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will remove harmful beasts from your land, and the sword shall not go through your land. You shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall chase 10,000, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. I will turn to you and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and will confirm my covenant with you. And you shall eat old store long kept, and you shall clear out the old to make way for the new. I will make my dwelling among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that you shall not be their slaves. And I have broken the bars of your yoke, and made you to walk erect. But if you will not listen to me, and do not do all these things of my commandments, if you spurn my statutes, and if your soul abhor my rules, so that you will not do all my commandments, but break my covenant, then I will do this to you. I will visit you with panic, with wasting disease and fever that consume the eyes and make your heart ache, and you shall sow your seed in vain, and your enemy shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and you shall be struck down before your enemies. Those who hate you shall rule over you, and you shall flee when none pursue you. And if, in spite of this, you will not listen to me, then I will discipline you again sevenfold for your sins. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heavens like iron, and the earth like bronze, and your strength shall be spent in vain, and your land shall not yield its increase, and the trees of the land shall not yield its fruits. Then if you walk contrary to me, and will not listen to me, I will continue striking you sevenfold for your sins, and I will let loose the wild beasts against you, which shall bereave you of your children, and destroy your livestock, and make you few in number, so that your roads shall be deserted. And if by this discipline you are not turned to me, but walk contrary to me, then I also will walk contrary to you, and I myself will strike you sevenfold for your sins, and will bring a sword upon you that shall execute vengeance for the covenant. And if you gather within your cities, I will spend pestilence among you, and you shall be delivered into the hand of your enemies. When I break your supply of bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in a single oven, and shall dole out the bread again by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied. But in spite of all this, you will not listen to me, but walk contrary to me. Then I will walk contrary to you in fury, and I will make myself discipline you sevenfold for your sins, and you shall eat the flesh of your sons and your daughters. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your incense altars, and cast your dead bodies upon dead bodies of your idols, and my soul will abhor you. And I will lay your cities waste, and will make your sanctuary desolate, and I will not smell your pleasing aromas, and I myself will devastate the land, so that your enemies who settle in it will be appalled at it, and I will scatter you among the nations, and I will unsheath the sword after you, and your land shall be desolation, and your city shall be waste. Then the land shall enjoy its Sabbath, as long as it lies desolate, while you are in your enemy's land. Then the land shall rest and enjoy its Sabbath. As long as it is desolate, it shall have rest, the rest that it did not have on your Sabbath when you were dwelling in it. And as for those of you who are left, I will send faintness into your hearts in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a driven leaf shall put them to flight, and they shall flee as one flees from a sword, and they shall fall by none pursuers. They shall stumble over one another, as if to escape from a sword, though none pursueth, and you shall have no power to stand before your enemies, and you shall perish among the nations, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up, and those of you who are left shall rot away in your enemies' lands because of their iniquities, and also because of the iniquities of their fathers. They shall rot away like them. But if they confess their iniquities and the iniquities of their fathers, and their treachery that they committed against me, and also in walking contrary to me, so that I will walk contrary to them, and brought them to the land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised hearts is humble, and they make amends of their iniquities, then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and I will remember the covenant with Isaac, and my covenant with Abraham, and I will remember the land, but the land shall be abandoned by them, and enjoy the Sabbath, while it lies desolate without them. And they shall make amends for their iniquities, because they have spurned my rules, and their souls abhorred my statutes. Yet, for all that, when they are in the land of their enemies, I will not spurn them, neither will I abhor them, so as to destroy them utterly, and break my covenant with them. For I am the Lord their God. But I will not, for their sake, remember the covenant with their fathers, whom I brought out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the nations, that I might be their God. I am the Lord. These are the statutes and the rules of the laws of the Lord made between himself and the people of Israel through Moses on Mount Sinai.